Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would do a bit of a shop my stash. So I've got this lovely little makeup bag here and I'm going to pop stuff into it. We're going to go through my collection and pick the stuff that are going to be popped into here, which will sit just here on my vanity, which I will use on camera today and off camera throughout the next week or however long. So I just thought we would do that. Now I have my mascara in here because I'm the kind of person I only like to have a mascara open at a time. I do have this little bag here which has other mascaras in it. So, you know, we've got a great, oh gosh, like literally I have all these mascaras here to use, but I don't want to open them all up at the same time. So the mascara that I'll be using is the Tartist. So that'll be going in there. So if you'd like these kind of videos, please stick around and let's just dive on in. So the first thing, as I say, we've got the mascara in there. Now I don't have a lot of concealers. I want to get some more, but it's money depending. So these are all the concealers I've got. My two favourites are my Rimmel Lasting Radiance and my Body Shop one. I have got this e.l.f. matte one, which is okay. I don't love it. Oops. And then, oh, that's just the epitome of my day. I have 3 Revolution ones because I don't mind the Revolution concealers. So I've got them, I think they're all in C4, yeah they are. So they're all like pinkier tones rather than yellowy tones. So I don't have a lot of choice when it comes to the foundation. Fix sake, concealers. But I do have this here, which is like a Fenty one. And I kind of want to use these as well. They're starting to dry up a bit. So I'm going to pop this Fenty into the case, but I'm also going to pop in the e.l.f. matte one, and I'm going to pop in one of the Revolution Concealing Hydrates because this is a pinky tone and this one's just the normal tone. So we'll pop them in. So that is the concealers. So for foundations, I could take you down into my drawer here, but it would be too much. So I think I am going to go for, let me see. I think I'm going to go for the Barry M Fresh Faced one. So we'll pop that one in. For a primer, I am going to go for, I don't know. Did I get a new primer? No, it doesn't. I'm going to go, for the Laura Mercier normal primer, and I'm going to mix it in with the Skin Dew, just for like that luminosity. Okay, I need to move my stool back so I can get into the drawer. For powders, again, I don't have loads of powders. I've got my Hourglass one, which the middle one's completely gone. I used it as a highlight, so I've got Dim and Radiant Light. I have got my beloved Charlotte Tilbury in number 2, which is pretty much on its last legs as well, but I have a backup of that. And another powder that I love is the Bobbi Brown Illuminating Powder in Nude. So I don't know, I actually might pop that one in. But then for a loose powder, for the loose powders, I've got the e.l.f. Under Eye Powder, which is amazing. I have got the Laura Mercier Translucent Mini. I have got the One Size Translucent, which is brilliant. And then I also have the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil Original. Oh, excuse me, burping away. So I'm going to put the e.l.f. one for under the eyes, I think. When it comes to colour corrector, I only have 2. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury one, which I actually don't love that much, but we're near panning it, so we'll keep going. And then I have the Bobbi Brown ones, which are amazing, and this is in Light Bisque. So I'll add the Bobbi Brown one in there. For brows, I never really do any my brows. Oh, I also have a Chanel powder, but I've already chose my powder. For brows, where's that other brow product? What's hiding on me? I've got the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in taupe. I have the Foolproof from Benefit in number 1. I have Browsings, which is my beloved, and it is like well loved, but I still want to use it up. Then I have Soap and Glory Brow Archery in blonde, and I have this Winky Lux Unibrow. I think I'm going to use Soap and Glory, though I always forget to do my brows because I just did a riot and I just don't know what to do with them. If I had the money, I think I'd like to go and get them laminated or something. I don't know. Right, so we've done that. Okay, for bronzers, I keep my bronzers in this little box. Now, I've got single bronzers, but I've also got bronze and highlights in face palettes. So let me just, again, shuffle that drawer in, come a bit closer to you. I think, I'm just trying to look at what I've got here. See, I'm near hitting pan on the bronzer in here, and sorry, that's the bronzer there, and on this finishing powder. But I don't know if I want to. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my Morph palette, because this is new to me. I got this for my birthday in December. So this is the Fair palette, and in here you get a brightening powder. You get 2 bronzers and a contour, 2 highlighters and 2 blushes. So I think I'm just going to put this in. That's going to cover a bronzer, blush and highlight. Oh. So I don't need to go for bronzer, blush or highlight from anywhere else because I haven't used that yet. So then I think the only thing then that I need is some lips. So let's have a look. So for lip liners, again, I don't have many lip liners. That's something else that I want to collect. I have got the Huda in Venus. I have got Iconic Nudes, Charlotte Tilbury. I have got a sleek one called Lock Me Up, which is more of a reddy tone. We can put that back because I won't be using the red. I've got Boy Bye by All Beauty. We have got Pillow Talk, Cocoa by Bobbi Brown, MAC Whirl, and my all-time favourite lip pencil that I own is Peaches and Cream Feeling. But I think I am going to use Boy Bye, which is a more brownie one, and I'm going to add in the Huda Beauty Venus as another option. So I'll add those in. Then I'm going to take a lipstick from here because these are my faves. Let's see. I hardly use my Bobbi Brown ones, so I really should use them. So this one is Carnation. This one is called Babe. And this one is called Blue Raspberry. I don't know. I think I'll add Babe into there. We shall see. And I think I'm going to add in my Charlotte Tilbury. Why doesn't this want to wind up? This is my Charlotte Tilbury one in Dance Floor Princess. So add those two. And then in this little basket here, I have got my lip glosses and things like that. So we've already used those two. I'm going to put in this clear gloss. This is by Jamila Beauty Lip Smacker Gloss, because that's handy just to go over for a clear. Now, as much as I want to reach for my Fenty and my Maybelline ones, because they are like the bomb.com, I'm going to try and reach for my other ones that I don't use that often, because that is the whole point of doing this. See, the thing I feel with, I'll show you these two. The thing I feel with these two is these are more plumping ones. So we've got the Iconic London one in Love Struck, which I got because I love Poppy Rosin. And then I've got this one by Bare Minerals called Rebel. So I don't really use them as much because they're more plumping. So let's have a look at these. That's a liquid lip. I think I'll put in the Tarte one that I have in case I want to just wear a gloss. And I'll put in the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk one. Now, I think that's everything. And then what I'll do for liners and stuff, I'll just pick whatever liners I want when I'm doing whatever. Oh, eyes. We haven't even put in an eye palette. Okay. Oh, I'm not going to take you to this cupboard because it's just going to take forever and a day. But I think the eye palette that I'm going to use is this one. This is the NYX Ultimate Utopia Shadow Palette. So, let me just zip this up for a minute till I show you. And I've got my setting sprays there, which I'll just grab. So this is going to be my bag of items that I'll have sat here. And as I say, I'm going to use them now just to do a wee quick look with. And then I'll use them throughout the rest of this week into next week until I get fed up, and then we'll swap them about again. So before I get started, we're already at 11 minutes. It's no doubt going to be a long video, so please go and grab yourself something to drink or eat, get yourself comfy. And please do like and subscribe to the channel and click the bell to be notified of when I upload. And also leave a lipstick emoji at the end of the video to let me know that you got to the end of the video. Okay, so let's just take all this stuff out and have a go. Right, so we've got this big palette here, which has got a massive mirror. And where is our primer? Did I put a primer? I did. So what I'm going to do is I got this Vive Skin Dew, which I do actually really like. I hated her eyeshadow palettes, they're awful. This is a multitasker, but I prefer to mix it in with my primer than just put it on because I feel like it is sticky. So let's just pop on some Laura Mercier. This is just the original primer, I believe. So let's pop that on. It's like literally nearly 5 o'clock at night. I have a video going up at 5 actually. But of course I pre-record, so. But it's been a pain day today, so it has. Particularly in my left foot and ankle. Feels like it's been crushed. Which is always great, but got the doctor tomorrow. So then I'm going to take a wee bit of the Skin Dew. This smells divine. And I'm going to just put that on my face. It smells like caramel. Oops. I see she's just brought out brushes, but I will not be purchasing them. I would love to get the Katie Jane Hughes brushes. One, because they are olive green, and two, because they just look amazing. So let me get my little... So I look like a shiny Easter egg. Okay, let's get some foundation on. So, oh no, hold the phone. Bobbi Brown colour corrector in the shade Light Bisque. This is what it looks like. If you're looking for colour correctors, Bobbi Brown ones are amazing. I know Bobbi Brown, where is my brush? Is not the most affordable, but they are so good. Urban Decay did do one, but I'm not sure if they still do it. So I'm just taking that over my eyelid, right into the corner of where my glasses sit, and under here, because this is where I get the darkness. And I'm just using a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease brush. But look at the difference. And then you can see still the darkness there. I'm going to dim this light a bit. So yes. So what have you guys been getting up to today? I haven't been getting up to much. I got up really late today because I keep getting horrendous pins and needles through the night and it just wakes me up, so I end up really tired, so I end up sleeping longer as a result of it. And I got up about the back of 1 and I have cleaned the house a bit, done washing and stuff, and yeah, not too much excitement. Okay, then I'm going to go in with the By M. This is the Fresh Face Foundation in the shade number 3. I was going to get rid of this and then I decided to keep it, but I got rid of the primer because I found it was a bit too glittery. Foundation brush. I'm going to use my Sephora foundation brush. This is the Pro Press Full Coverage Complexion. I got this for my Christmas as well this year, so I'm just going to... They've added new items to their By M Fresh range, so I'd like to try them. I don't like using that mirror there, so I'm going to go back to my Dog Beauty one. So we're just going to... And I love, what I love about this brush is that little shape bit, because it goes right into the eyes and that there. Now with this being like the Pretty Fresh range as well, it's going to give you that glow anyway, so probably adding like the glowy products into my primer was maybe a wee bit too much, but you can never have too much glow, can you, really, unless you've got oily skin, which I don't. I have extremely dry skin, though to be fair, see round my nose, particularly at night, and when I was out going to get the food shop yesterday with my partner, the oils around my nose were crazy, but apart from that, my skin is predominantly dry. Remember to say, always take it down the neck as well. This is a really, oh man, a really densely packed brush. So it is. Oh. Okay, let me have a wee look. I'm getting notifications of all the YouTubers that I watch. They're posting up their stuff. Now what I like to do, this sponge is needing cleaned, so we'll not use that one. But let me just find my other sponge. Where is it? Oh my god. Here it is. My number 7 sponge. This is clean. I'm just going to spray it with some setting spray, give it a good douse. Well, the majority of it just went on my hand. And I like to just go over and just press it all into my skin, just to make sure that everything is lovely. Okay, now I'm actually going to use the brightening powder that's in my Morph palette in a moment, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the e.l.f. This is the matte finish in light sand. I got rid of the other one. I had the hydrating one because I thought it was like smelling a wee bit too chemically. So I'm taking some right in there because that's where I get my darkness the most. Does anybody else that does YouTube and is watching this or does makeup content for other platforms, do you ever find yourself putting makeup on for the video and then you're just taking it back off, or is it just me? Or even if you don't, you know, do it for a platform, do you ever just play about with your makeup, but you know that you're literally going to either take it off straight after you put the video out, or, you know, a few hours later? Because that seems to be the gist of it. I mean, yesterday I did have makeup on like from like midday till probably about 7 at night, but today it's like 5 o'clock almost, and I know I'm not going to keep this on, but I just really, I'm trying to distract myself from the pain. So okay, so I'm going to take the brightening powder and I'm going to take it on a tiny little brush here. This is just an Eco Tools brush. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to swoop it. Wow. Now look, I don't know if you can see. Let me just dim this thing again. Can you see the difference of the brightness compared to the side? That's mad. I asked for this Morphe palette for my Christmas. That's amazing. Love that. In fact, I'm just gonna pop it all over there, just to brighten up everything. It's not an under eye powder, this, but I think because I'm a wee bit too dewy. Love it. Okie dokes. What's the next step for me? Now we're going to go into bronze. Well, there's a contour in here, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to contour. Where is my contour brush? Sculpting brush. Okay, we'll try the contour then. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll dab a bit off on my hand. Did that even do anything? I don't think contour does anything to my face. Do you know that? Really don't. Oh, you can see it on that side. One thing I personally, and it's just personal preference, again, that I personally don't like is the stripes. See, when people do their makeup and they've just got that big stripe of contour or bronzer, I just understand why. I'm just using the damp sponge just to blend that in a bit. I don't understand why they like it, but I suppose each to their own, you know. Okay. That shade's going everywhere. And then a little bit just around the forehead, under the 7 million chins, and then a tiny bit down the nose. I should probably use the smaller brush for down the nose, and I'm actually just going to use my sponge, my damp sponge, just to blend the contour part in. I think I prefer cream contour. I really want the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, but even when I do have money from selling items or what have you, it's always sold out. It's like so popular. But even in Depop, there's hardly any people selling it. It's so annoying. See, now I personally don't think that contour does anything to my face or makes it any different, but okay. Then for bronzer, I need a brush for that. I like this wee brushes for bronzer and stuff. I'm going to use this. This is actually a mini contour brush, but I'm going to use it for bronzer, and I'm going into the second shade in this palette, and again I'm just going to lightly dust that onto my face, and I take it in because I really like that bronzy look of it being over your cheeks and your nose, because to me, if I was out in the sun, that's where it would hit me, is over here. And then on the jawline and down the neck, and I just swoop all that down. Ooh, that's very nice. I'll show you. Oh my hands. So I have used the brightening powder, I have used this bronzer and this contour. So I'm going to, for blush, I'm going to use the pinky blush in here, I think. And I'm actually going to use this teeny tiny, this is a mini expert face brush, and I'm going to just take that on, tap off the excess, and then we are going to place that up at the top points and down into here, so that it's lifting everything up instead of dragging it down. I always used to just concentrate it on the big fat apples on my cheek. Oh, God's sake. I take it they're looking for their cat or something. Okay, and for highlight, I'm going to use the more goldy toned one, and I'm just going to use this It's a contour brush as well, but I'm just going to use it. And we will see what the highlight is like in here. These kind of face palettes are so handy though. Like if you were going to wear that, instead of taking, you know, like individual items of them all, you could just take the full palette. Not that I ever go anywhere, but you know, if you wear, it's handy. So that's that palette used. Let's pop that over there. Let me have a look at what I'm thinking. Oh, very nice. I don't know what's going on with this lighting. Maybe I'm better to turn it right down than now, and then we can put it back up and stuff. So I'm going to move on to eyes, and as I say, we're going to use this palette here. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do, but we'll do something. And they don't have names on it, the palette, like names of the shadows or anything. So we'll just flop it on and see what we get. But I find this year so far, this has been the best way for me to get through all my makeup, is to just constantly go into different palettes and different blushers and what have you, and then just play about with it and use it for a few days or however long I'm enjoying it. Swap items in and out, or swap the whole thing in and out. And then it's just a really good way of getting the use of everything. You know what I mean? And then you don't feel so overwhelmed either with the amount of stuff you've got, if you've got more than, you know, the average person that's maybe just got like literally one palette, one eyeshadow, one blush, bronze, what have you. Which is probably really what we should have, but I want all the blushers. I can't help myself, they're just so pretty, honestly. I feel like I've got a hair in my eye. But yeah, this is such a gorgeous palette as well, this one. When I got Boots vouchers over December time because my birthday's 2 weeks before Christmas. And I also had points on my Advantage card. So I got this palette, this NYX palette, with my Advantage points. I can't remember if it was £16 or £14. But I used to have the Ultimate Brights one as well. But it was all sort of dried out. But it was absolutely fantastic. Like, it's just such a good... NYX is a brand that I want to try a lot more of. I really do. But again, it's just a money situation on everything. And just taking another sort of peachy shade. And I'm just taking that just underneath and pretty much onto the whole of my lid. I think I might, for once in my life, maybe even just do an all matte. Look, I never ever do all mattes. I just can't help myself. I'm like, it needs to have a bit of shimmer or something. But then when I see some people doing these kind of matte looks, like even just a bit of their bronzer, it does look nice, but I'm like, no, I want shimmer. I think it's also because I'm really shit and awful at doing liquid liner. Like a line, I think with a matte look you're probably better with a liner. But I'm just so shit at doing it that it's just... But yeah, I can smell that skin dew. It's very strong in scent. Look at that, that just blends like an absolute dream. Now I'm just going to do a mix of the two colours that I've just done. And just lightly run them under my eye. Someone asked me if I'd do an everyday makeup look, but see, because I don't wear makeup every day, I'm like, I mean, I could still do just maybe from if I was going to wear makeup every day, you know, just what I'd throw on, I suppose. Like, I love that. That's nice. But I think we need a little teeny tiny bit of a brown or something just to give it a wee bit of something else. Just a wee touch. My friend Mel that I watch, she's a makeup artist. Like, she works in a salon down in Manchester way. And she does have YouTube. She started doing YouTube over lockdown, but she's been concentrating more on TikTok, which is fair enough. I don't really bother with TikTok. Like, I'll post photos of the makeup that I've done, but I don't ever do the challenges or the transitions. I just feel like an absolute numpty. But what I was trying to say was, you know, she sometimes is up to their hours in the morning just doing videos. So, like, sometimes even when I'm just like, I can't believe that I'm just going to put this makeup on to take it off, you know, sometimes I just think of her and it's like 2 or 3 in the morning and she's putting makeup on just to take it back off again. Just because that's when she feels inspired. So, I'm just going to take a tiny little brush here and I'm going to go into this shimmery shade just to add into the inner corner. As I say, the actual individual shadows don't have a name. It's just the Utopia palette and that's all they're telling you. I think I will. I'm going to leave it matte. I know it's not normally what I would do, but yeah. And then I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Classic Brown, because this is so pigmented and I absolutely love it. Look at that. See, it just gives it a right good whack there. And here is my Tartist by Tarte Mascara. I've been using Lilash, so I feel like, especially at the corners of my top lashes, because you only put it up there, they're starting to get a lot more curlier. Because I don't own eyelash curlers either, they freak me out. But maybe I should invest in a pair. I've started following a few more people that don't constantly wear false lashes, and it's really quite nice. I just find, like, why are people so obsessed with false lashes? Yeah, they make a difference to a look and what have you, but I find a lot of the time the size of the lashes that people wear, you're not seeing even half of the look that they've created on their eyes because the lashes are such a ridiculous size. Okay, for lips, what have I got on there? I think I've got some of my Fenty gloss on because I always leave it in the living room. I'm going to put Boy Bye by Doll Beauty. I'm just going to take that inner onto my lips. I'm going to fill it all in. Now, I would just wear that like that even, so nice. But any fash, I'm going to put on this gloss actually. This is in the shade Villa. It's one of my Tarte ones. Beautiful. Now I should have done my setting spray beforehand. because my mascara is obviously going to budge, but I haven't, so let's just, I like to tidy up as I go. I can't help it. It just bugs me if I end up finishing the filming and the place is a riot. Whereas if I do that, then all I have to do is be like, ta-da! So this is my finished look, and it's all matte on the eyes. What do you guys think? Do you think I should do more looks where it's all just matte eyes, or are you like me and you do prefer a little bit of a shimmer? My skin looks great, love it, and I really love this palette. So thanks for sticking around and keeping me company. Hope you do like the video. As I said at the beginning, like, share, subscribe, click the bell button, and I'll see you next time. Excuse me. Bye.